Y'all know the vibes. Reasons to podcast. You heard?
Sleep people, welcome back. It's the first episode of 2021. I'm feeling good. I'm hoping everyone's had a good 2021 so far. So happy New Year to all the people that have been tuning in. I loved all the new subscribers and the previous subscribers and everyone that's been supporting and all of that. Big up, big up. But today's guest, I got a very close. I'll say the reason why I'm gonna say a very close friend of mine because I've literally watched Cadell. Like I used to. I literally complained to this guy. I used to literally bump into this guy all the time in the hood, and I'm like,
I swear,
like,
Dad.
what the fuck are you doing yourself, bro? Like, I used to literally be on this guy's neck 24/7. Like, I've practically seen.
Days.
I've seen Cadell through through all his stages, and it's funny because obviously he's in a young adult now. Obviously, I managed to pin him down finally to get him come down to the Reasons 2 podcast, and obviously just have a good old chat, man, because. That's what we've been doing anyways.
Yeah,
Reality. We will just chop it up. Whenever I buck you, I just put you on the side. I don't care what you gotta do. I don't care what you gotta lick.
Hey, do you know why I laugh? Yeah, because anything that was going on in the music world, all my mates, they used to just they weren't their world, innit? Marco would stop me and be like, "Hey, so what's going on with you and my man then? Because I saw online that you was doing this."
Straight away,
he's
bro.
in tune with what's going on.
Nah, all the time, man. And obviously, because of how vocal he is, it's like I like people like that. You know, people that ask questions. People that are quick to always, have an opinion. I like people like that because, it shows that, you care.
Yeah.
So obviously, I was always one to just want to pick your head all the time because I saw that I knew that you were different. And obviously, because you also make music as well, music is another form of expression. I knew that you were different because the way that you was getting at your message was at a different tempo, different, types of lyrics and all that stuff, man. So obviously, it was just always a case of where
I was probably like the only one in my age group. I probably still feel like the only one in the ends my age group that does grime music.
No cap,
bro.
no cap. And even the ones that did, like they didn't do it for long though. People will step in and then they won't be in it for long. Like they'll be in it for the short run. And obviously, and I don't blame them because it's not an easy sport. So yeah, man. So of course,
it's hard to do grime from where we come from and still be real. Like being known to be like a real nigga. Like it's hard.
No, for sure. And obviously, let the people know a small introduction about you and what you stand for and who you are.
Basically, I am Cadell. I was born in the late 90s. And I say it like that now because, bruv, there's kids that are 21.
Yeah, you really have to.
Yeah, and they was born in
literally.
2000 and I think, wow. But anyway, yeah. I was born in the late 90s, East London, Tower Hamlets, and I've just been grinding ever since I knew how to grind.
And of course, when did the connection with music begin? Like, when did you first find out that you had that spark in you?
I always had it, but it come out when I was about 9, 10, like year 4, year 5. Year 5.
Bear in mind, he's 23 right now.
Year 5. I say year 5.
What you saying? Where you shelled down the primary school shows?
Because not even that. I remember. There's certain points I remember. Year 2, I remember seeing loads of like other kids like swearing and that. I'm thinking, do you know what? I don't even care what my parents say. I'm just gonna say what the hell I want. That's when I learned freedom of speech in year 2. Because my year 2 teacher, her son was in the school, and he always used to swear. But she would tell me off for swearing.
Yeah, that's mad.
But your son's in the school
yeah.
swearing, just not in your class. So I just thought, wow, this system is not all like mum and dad and you listen to your mum and dad. It's not all that straightforward, is it?
Yeah.
So from there, I just was like, I wouldn't say naughty, but I made a decision that day that I am not taking check from no one. And then year 5 come around, 3 years later, and if I look back deep, one day they was told us to write a story, and obviously it's year 5, so everyone just like was writing like an A4 sheet of paper. But I wrote like 10 pages, but like both sides of 10 pages, so like 20 pages worth of a story. Like I was just on writing, like loads. So I was always like in the like I saw like not my family, but like my brother used to have like academics tracksuits, Avarex, New Era caps. So I used to come into school, New Era, always had a new Era cap. Like I was just.
I remember you had a New Era.
I always used to have. Yeah, I got sponsored by them way after.
Yeah, I remember
But
that at one point.
in
still.
primary school, I was made it like there was a shop. Is DC's the one with the hats? I think DC's was there with the hats, and I used to go DC's and just buy hats, and I would just use like that's literally where that freestyle with my brother and Skepta and that on Roman is.
Yeah.
At DC's
Yeah.
outside the shop because everyone used to hang there, so I was always involved in the culture, and then I just put it two and two together. I just started writing my own raps like.
And like, where did your who were your influences? Influences, I should say.
My cousins. I always say it's my cousins. It weren't even as much my brother when I started because I didn't know that my brother was rapping. I just saw it as that's my brother. And if he did rap, I would have thought everyone rapped because the only thing I saw was that that's my brother. I didn't see it like, he's famous. Do you get what I'm trying to say? He stands out from above the rest. Everyone must be like him.
There was no blue checks those days.
And he had a song called I Will Not Lose, and that used to be my song. I used to, like, from a kid, I used to spit it, and I didn't even know he made it. I didn't even know he made it.
But surely you would have known that was his voice, though, at least. Don't you think? You don't think
He's talking to me. I'm his little brother. I'm not even double figures. He ain't gonna give me that. Do you know what I mean? I'm never gonna be able to identify his aggression because I'm never gonna see it. So I'm not gonna know that that's him aggressively on. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I saw like these times it was DVD times and pay as you go times. Champagne Dance, like when they used to shoot videos, they used to keep a copy of it on DVD before it come out. Because I think I wasn't around for this, but I think they used to send the DVDs into the TV shows to play the videos. But I had a copy of the DVD, and he's on the roof. Oh yeah, and like, if anything, only person I really like processed was even doing this was Dom P because I knew Dom P and he's singing the chorus, so I knew I knew Danny, I knew Dom P, like I knew them as normal people, and he was singing, so it was the only thing I remembered. I didn't even process that that's my brother spitting after the chorus. That's how much I was just like, wow, that's Dom P's song in my head. So I had a very different standpoint, like, and my family, like, because a lot was going on collectively, my family was trying to shield me from it. I know that for a fact. They was trying to shield me for it because when I think about...
What, shield you from the grime scene or from...
From it all. Because there's some things that happened I was alive for. And the dates add up. I was alive. I was here. But I didn't get told this shit was going on. I had to look back afterwards and see, in 2006 and in 2004, this happened. And do you know what I mean?
So when did you first make your first impression of music? What was your stamp at? What was your first, let's say, maybe freestyle, radio set, single... When was your first? When did people know Cadell?
My first ever recording process was in Aberfeldy.
I swear, my mother's. I was going to say Aberfeldy Youth Centre. The Youth Centre, your dad set
First
up.
time I ever made a tune was in Aberfeldy.
Yeah, I remember that studio time still. I remember that.
That's the first time I ever made a tune. Before then, I just used to spit on the corner. And I wouldn't even say on the corner. I just used to spit with my cousins and that. And then my dad found out I was spitting. Don't know how. I think my cousins must have gave me up because I didn't want no one to know I was spitting. I would have happily gone up to this age just spitting in my house and not letting no one know what the hell was going on. And then my dad must have said to me, like, I know you're spitting now. And then once the cat was out the bag, I didn't feel like that pressure of like, I got to hide. So then now I got to a point where he's recording me now.
But then by that point, do people outside of your friendship and family knew that you make music?
Yeah, because you have to bear in mind, at the time, it's Wolfpack and Bomb Squad times.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone in Wolfpack and Bomb Squad knows who my dad is. Everyone.
No, facts.
Without fail. So, like, when I'm starting, the Axemans, the Swingers everyone, like, they're getting wind eventually because they know my dad and they know my brother. They know my brother more than I know what's going on. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Facts,
so, like... They already knew, like, they knew. They was going to the centre. It wasn't even for me. I was about 10. It was meant for, like, 13, 14, 15-year-olds and that. Like, I was about 10 and I come there and I done my tune. And I ain't even got the tune. No one's got the tune. Computer's probably gone. But I used to go there and just while out.
I remember those days.
Then that's how I first got my stamp because I joined Off Limits.
Yeah. So you're saying the same things I'm thinking, bro. It's mad.
I joined Off Limits. That was it. Like, if you really sit there and think about it, I started in Aberfeldy, spitting in the centre. Intruder went jail. Aggro went jail, 3 Ags. Their man was the Off Limits, Bomb Squad, and Wolfpack
Well, they're
were
mad
and
influences.
then the younger lot
110%.
was Local Man them, and like other than that, and J Kids.
People
other
really
than that,
underestimate like the influence that those
bruv,
three
MySpace, blood. Man was making
those
tunes.
three music groups literally
Stop
had
it.
like sparked a lot.
I'm
a
still
lot
that
of
spirit
musicians.
though. I'm still that spirit. That man had nothing but Bluetooth and infrared, bro, and the streets.
Yeah, no facts.
3 blocks, Bluetooth, and word of mouth, mate. And that's how you got about. That was what it was. So at the time that I'd met up with Sneaky Flipper Boy George
Yeah,
through the centre, and then
they don't know
he
that
was.
though.
No, they don't.
They don't know Sneaky.
No, they know who he is
They know,
now.
they know, Flipper, they know Flipper Boy George.
George.
Yeah,
they know him now,
They don't know Grime.
definitely.
They don't know Grime Sneaky.
Definitely.
They don't know when he was doing this thing.
Definitely. I messaged him the other day. I said to him, bruv, we've built a scene now. As much as like there's negative and positive shit going on, there's a scene now.
Yeah, no,
like,
facts.
that we kind of started, because when it started, it was me, him, Wylat, and when it come to spitting, that was all I knew. Like my cousins, obviously, but when it come to going outside and bettering myself as an MC, that's who I was around, bro, every day,
So
bro.
do you feel like by that stage by now, of course, you're making music now.
I ain't nowhere then.
So you still
I ain't nowhere then.
You still having like, when did you start processing things out then? When did you start like, distributing things? Because I'm sure an expectancy came with that. Obviously coming off the back that...
Do you know what happened? What happened was I started like... I already was like Roman already anyway, but I started proper hanging in Roman, yeah? And then I started seeing... Like, obviously, I always saw Villain, but like hanging around Villain, like going to Villain's yard on a regular basis. Like, and then that's when my mind started saying, you know what, bruv? Like, and then going Eastside Youth Centre as well.
Yeah, can't forget Eastside
Like,
as well.
I was recording loads in there. By then, my dad had trained me to, like, I'm not going to need my dad now to record. I'm going to tell the engineer what I want furthermore. I'm at this stage. So it's like, Nathan, the engineer at the time, he's recording me loads. And then I'm shooting videos now. Because...
What was your first video? Did I even make it to YouTube?
Wow, what is my first video? That's a good question. I'm trying to think. I think my first video might have been Brothers in Bow with Grimy. It might have been.
With Grimy, really?
It might have been, video.
Yeah, video.
No, I'm chatting rubbish. The Off Limits freestyle.
Okay,
The Off Limits Barcodes freestyle.
Yeah.
But yeah, around them times, I dropped but these times, remember, like, I'm going Bo doing tunes with Grimy and that. Then I'm going Poplar doing tunes with Sneaky and that. I'm doing a lot. If in the grand scheme of things, I'm doing a lot, yeah? And then, like, in between all that...
Bearing in mind, these times you're still like, what, like 10, 11?
No, these times I'm in, like, year 8 at most. I weren't even... I was, like, 13.
You're like 13.
I was, like, 13. And then I got to 14, and I said, I'm going to do a mixtape. I was like, I'm doing a mixtape. They're like, are you going to get it? I don't care, I'm getting it. I want to do a body of work. That's what I was on. And that piff was popping these times.
Yeah.
That piff was the in
That
thing.
Piff,
So
Spliff TV.
at 14 till about 15, I was working on my mixtape. In between all that, my
Is that
brother
what
got...
became Hotline?
No, this was way before Hotline.
Okay.
This is way before Hotline. This mixtape's out, but I never really like... It weren't like that. It was...
You didn't really push it like that?
Yeah, it weren't like that. I was 14, but I was running a mixtape for Bishop Chandler girls to listen to me and shit. That's all I wanted.
Hey, because you know what? You needed that, though.
At that time, that's where my market was.
Nah.
When I was young, I had Bow Boys popping, Reigns popping, Morpeth popping, Bishop popping, Langdon, George Green. That's all I wanted. As long as they listen to me, I don't care.
Yeah, you felt, you
I'm
won.
the man.
You won.
St. Michael's as well, the girls in St. Michael's. As long as you lot listen to me over in South St. Michael's, I don't care. I've got them 6, 7 schools going. I'm popping at this time in my head. So then now I've done like the mixtape, and it's called 1446. So it's like literally a coverage of me.
You love a 6, innit?
No, but that was it was a time in it, 14 minutes to 1,500 hours. So it's like 14 to 15 in it. That's what it was. A coverage of that, yeah. So then I've done that, and I just weren't happy in it, and then me and Grimy started taking the music more serious, because at that time, once I dropped that...
I think that's the time I saw. Isn't that by that time that you, Grimy, Sus both did that label?
That's what I'm saying. At this time now I've done all that. Like,
what was the name of that again?
Trust Entertainment.
Trust Entertainment.
But even then, I'm talking before Trust Entertainment right now. Like, at these times, I'm just like...
Sorry to cut you off here, but around this period, are you still not yet getting any like?
I'm not sold a song yet.
No. My question is, have you around this period of you making music, has your brother got any acknowledgement yet? Has he checked in? Has he gone?
This is where I'm getting to.
Okay.
You have to bear in mind, like, just before 1446 was the death of Bebo.
Yeah. Oh my days.
This is what I'm saying, but I'm going too far back for people right now. I'm not going to lie, man. I'm not going to lie. This ain't for the little youths, bro. Because, bro, we had Bebo, MSN. Like, when we first started, I'll tell you every bit of format, yeah? When we first started, yeah, when the only people I knew, not even my age group, because these men are older than me, the only people I knew that was popping was Halo and Grime. That's the only thing I knew.
110%.
And Off Limits, I was in Off Limits, so like we were trying to make our team thing.
Halo's your age group, right?
They're older than me. They're all older than me. Halo's older than me, Grimey's older than me, Flipper Boy's older than me. They're all older than me.
I remember Halo was on our TV still a few times.
Yeah, like, forget the TV. Bro, this guy was doing bookings in girls. He was going to a girl's birthday party and she was waiting for Halo to turn up and to do his tune. Are you mad?
Stories that people don't know. I did not know that still.
Forget all that. Forget all that stuff. That's like
free Halo.
Yeah, bruv. Like real talks. I'm talking that far back. So when it's that far back, it's like people are MSNing me their tunes. Like, yo, we heard my man's new tune. Like, have you heard the new send for J Kids? Like, I'm getting MSN that bitch. Then MySpace has come, so now you ain't got to send it to me on MSN. You just put it up on your MySpace. Yeah. And then I used to be that kid. I was a computer guy. I used to try and download your song off MySpace with the special website as well. And all that shit. LimeWire, I wasn't that. Like, I didn't really, like, we were so, like, not in this game, bro. We weren't even on LimeWire, bro. We was just literally trying to sell to Tower Hamlets. It was Nang. It was absolutely beautiful. And then, Bebo's around. Man, everyone just cares about getting... This is before likes, share the love. People just wanted to get the hearts for love, yeah, on their profile. So, like, you could now slap up your videos.
Exactly. That was a very good concept.
That's when people started freestyling, in my opinion. People started doing freestyle videos them times. And then, like, I dropped my... But by the time I dropped my mixtape, Bebo's done. So it's like, I'm just putting out on that piff. Facebook's probably about... Twitter, I'm not even in Twitter at all whatsoever. Like, it weren't really there was like a little period where it weren't social media'd off. It was BBM. That's when BBM come into it. And that's when I was flying, because I just send the tune out and then I'll send it to like 4 of the man them and they'd send it about and it was going off. And then people be playing it and you could see it in their status that they're playing Cadell. Yeah. That was what I was doing. That's how I was flying around the schools.
Very, very good. Like, what BBM did with that, by the way, that was a very good little touch.
Yeah, it was just flying around the school trying to make MP3s. We weren't even trying to mix the tunes too tough. Like, we weren't sitting there having mixing sessions. We was going to the studio, recording it, bouncing it, and like, as long as it sounded decent, we were sending it about. And then we'd send it about so much that now, when the video shoot is landing, everyone already knows the song that's in the video. Like, so then we've got to there. Then in between that, my brother said to me, because I used to go in Bebo times as Younger Wiley, yeah? Because everyone was young, because Eddie was Younger Wax. You shout out Eddie. Wax's little brother was Younger Wax. Anyone was younger, anyone, bro. People was young, everyone. People wanted to be youngers more than they wanted to be olders, bro.
110%. Yeah? I know that stage.
And I didn't even, like, process what I was saying right now. I'm saying I'm Younger Wiley right now. And then one day my brother must have said to me, bruv, you need to be yourself. Like, he just found out that that's what I was calling myself. He's like, bruv, you need to be yourself. Like that. Said like, you need to be yourself. And I thought in my head, see, anyone else in their head would have said, all right, cool, I'm going to get a name for myself another way. I said, all right, cool. So myself is Cadell. So now I'm going to make the name Cadell the most notorious name ever. Like, there's not going to be another Cadell that's going to, like, anytime you name your kid Cadell, they're going to say, what after Cadell? That one. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you name your kid Jesus, who do they think you're naming your kid after?
Yeah, of course, it's Jesus, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Jesus made his name like that. I am the Jesus, bro. I'm gonna be the Cadell, innit? Like, that's what I've done. So from there, like, watch and learn.
But obviously, what did that advice do for you? So when he told you that, how did that make you feel?
I'll be honest with you. The only thing changed was my name. I was still gonna be me anyway.
So you still had the same sort of fire.
I was gonna be me anyway. You're crazy. I'm me. I was set.
I
told you already. From year 2.
For certain people, that might take them. They might take that the wrong way. But you obviously, in that situation, you didn't decide. You actually took that on and thought, "All right, cool. All I got to do is really change the name."
I was a bit hurt for 5 minutes. I was for 5 minutes because I'm like, why has he just stuck it on me? I'm trying to rep, but then I realised, brother, like, you don't even know what you're repping for. Like, you don't know what you're repping. Like, you can't even tell me about me. You don't know me enough to rep me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if someone becomes young Cadell today, anyone Cadell don't like, you can't be calling with them. I'm not saying I was calling with anyone he don't like, but I'm just saying, brother, I'm not going to sit here and reel off my life. You're going to have to know me so well that you move in my name. And in 18 years gap, how the hell am I going to do that? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And my brother's one of them people, he falls out with someone tomorrow, he's going to fall out with him. He ain't going to ring me and say, oh, by the way, me and him ain't talking. So that's what he meant by be yourself, because he's going to be himself.
Yeah, because I'm sure, like, with that, of course, you starting music. Of course, I don't know, back in the days, I don't think the blogs were that heavy. But
Well, there was no such thing as
yeah, there was
blogs.
no such thing as blogs. But, like,
They weren't even Tumblr.
the music industry, though, would, like, latch onto that, and they'll have an expectancy for you. So did that ever make you feel any type of way? Did you ever felt like, oh, you know what?
No, because I didn't know what was going on.
So
I didn't know. Like, you know, like when you get like a kid, yeah, and like yous are all famous, yeah. So like you're not all like my family weren't all famous, but my brother's doing well at the moment. So like it must have been second nature in my family's head to say, do you know what? All this beef with Gets, all this nasty crew beef, all this stuff, we're not gonna bore Cadell with it. We're just gonna let Cadell grow up and be himself. And that's what they done. I did not know. I did not know, bruv. There was time, bruv, I did not know.
So there were like, so you haven't felt any hindrance to being the brother of Wiley?
Nah. Because by the time I've gone emotionless, you're telling me now, I'm already cold. You're telling me now, and I'm already cold-hearted. By year 5, I'm already cold. So what the hell are you going to tell me new that's going to make me be like, oh, I've got to fuck up my ideas? Like, I've already decided I am cold. I'm going to be the coldest artist. And I'm cold as it is as a person.
And
That was what it
obviously,
was.
so the first, going back into your tape, so the first project you dropped, was it not Hotline first, or was it Watch
That was
and
the
Learn?
first one I sold.
Oh, okay, so
1446 was for free. Watch and Learn, the following one, was for free. And this is when my brother and me
where can you
made
find?
our
I tried
first
to
song.
find Watch and Learn. I couldn't find the number one, the first one that you did. SoundCloud maybe?
Some of it, but it will be on Dat Piff probably.
And obviously when you made,
And YouTube as well. I know some fan put it up on YouTube, 100 million%.
and when you made like Watch and Learn, like what was going on around that time?
What was going on around that time? This is what I'm saying. In between 1446 and Watch and Learn was I'm 13, 14. I got kicked out of Bo Boys. My dad went to Bo Boys. My brother went to Bo Boys. They both finished. I got kicked out. So now everyone's thinking,
one of
what the
them,
hell?
man.
How the hell was he got kicked out of Bo Boys? Like, that's our school. If anything, we get favoritism. You should have, like, do you know what I mean? I got kicked out in year 8. So in year 9,
You got kicked out in year 8?
I got kicked out in year 8. 100 million
Did you
percent.
what did you go? No college after that? No nothing. No college.
Nah,
PRU?
I went to I went to PRU. So now I'm at PRU, but PRU, the music teacher is Vader from Barcodes.
Oh, mad.
So I'm already in the game. I'm going to school and my music teacher is filming the hood. Yeah, going to places where like I'm from Bow, he's going Bow, yeah, filming all us lot. Then he's going to Isle of Dogs and we can't go Isle of Dogs. And then he's still coming into school and he's talking to me like normal, like, and I'm at school. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So in my head, I'm like, raw, like, this is it now. Like, I'm gone.
That was
Like,
kind of meant to be, though.
Yeah, I
That
was
really
gone.
meant
He
to
was
be,
like,
so.
oh, like, bruv, I was gone. From then, I was gone. I'm in Off Limits. That's how the Off Limits freestyle comes about. I don't even know if that's even still up.
That's one of them stories.
Me,
that you just
Wildlight,
sing.
and Flipper were there, like, because of Vader, bro. Like, so then, while in between all that, my brother's clocking, like, raw, you're in the streets. My mum's complaining about me probably to my dad and shit, and my dad's probably complaining. So everyone's probably complaining about me these times because I'm wilding, yeah? Like, nothing else. If you phone me on some wild stuff, I'm more eager to go do that than going to do some good shit.
Yeah.
If you phone for some good shit these times, I'm like, what are you phoning for some good shit for? Do you know who I am? Like, so then my brother said to me, like, he's moved to Liverpool and like he used to do things like get a cab to Liverpool, 2 bills. Sauce. I'm a kid. I'm not, even then I'm like, right, that's normal. Because you're a kid and you're just seeing your brother and your family, you just think that this is all. No, I still slightly, as much as I know it ain't normal because of adulthood, I still think it's all normal, bro. If I decide I want to get up and go to Bristol tomorrow and I got the money to get that cab, I'm getting a cab. I'm going. Now, when I went to Clash Novelist, I got a cab. Wait and return from Teviot Street.
What? When you went to Clash Novelist, by the way, I think that's, of course, I only saw what I saw on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened behind the scenes. But With that clash, like, did you feel like you personally? Because obviously with Grime, I never know who actually the winner is because I guess they always leave it to the public. But
I think I won. I think.
What do you think?
Who's the boss has scored on reloads? I got the most reloads. Count them. Count them and ask them. Ask who's the boss, how they scored the winners, and ask them who got the most reloads. That's what I'm saying. Everything else in between, I most probably wasn't the most humble afterwards, which is why I didn't get loads of opportunities because like I just didn't want to like conform and be friends and make new friends, and I was on a high because I felt like, well, not because I felt, because
do you regret that, or do you wish that you went about it different after that clash? Because you and Novelist have had different paths since then.
Nah, because anytime I make a decision, I've got so much passion, yeah, that like if I turn back and say to you now that I regret that passion I had that day, then bruv, I wouldn't even be here, bruv, because like I can make a decision today and something's gonna go wrong, yeah. And that challenge I've got to make it right afterwards most probably was my destiny, bro. Like so if he pops off faster than me, maybe I'm meant to still be here in 10 years trying to pop off. Maybe I'm meant to. Maybe I'm meant to have 4 or 5 albums independent by myself before I start really getting. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that was what was meant to happen.
You know, because I actually like your discography. You made Watch and Learn. You made Hotline.
Watch and Learn.
I particularly enjoyed Freeze the
one.
New Six the most. I probably say I maybe rinsed your Hotlines a lot, but I enjoyed Freeze the New Six.
Watch and Learn was the most important one.
Then you got just something nature.
London. Lots of niggas don't observe nature.
Yeah, lots of niggas don't observe nature.
London.
And then I think you made Watch and Learn 2. Yeah,
that's the most recent. That's that. But Watch and Learn 2, people said they ain't heard Watch and Learn 1, but that was the reason why, because Watch and Learn 1 was when I'll explain Watch and Learn 1 very short and sweet, yeah. Before Watch and Learn came about, I'd never even had like a full-blown like musical conversation with my brother about my career, ever, not once. Ever, not once.
See, like, I'm sure people on the outside looking in will just think that
we're just talking about music all day. No, but we're brothers though. Like at the end of the day, yeah, if he comes home and I'm his brother, yeah, and he comes into the house and I'm talking to him about what all the fans are talking to him about, then bruv, where does his escape? To just talk some real shit one day. So we just talk some real shit. And vice versa. If I walk in and my brother's just talking to me about, oh yeah, Chip, I just want to walk back out because it's like, why the hell? Like when I come out of this house, music is my life. When I come out of this house, it's literally gonna be my life, bro. So like when I'm in here and we're just chilling, I'd rather just talk about normal things. So that's what we was like. But then when I was about 14, 13, got kicked out of Bow Boys, etc., etc., weren't really listening at home, was in and out of my house. I just weren't listening, bruv, yeah? But when my brother had said so little to me ever, when he said to me, come to Liverpool, I listened straight away. Because he don't really jump out and say, like all the stuff I've done, he's never come out and said, oh, you was naughty, why did you do that? But he said, come to Liverpool. And I went. We went up there, Sefton Park. I think Andy Carroll lived in our block. Someone from Liverpool lived in our block at the time. And I was just like, wow, we're in the big leagues now, boy. like my brother, I've seen him with the Bentleys, I've seen him with the Astons, but I'd never lived it because my mum wouldn't let me. She would never let me. When I'm in a video shoot, she told me I'm grounded. I'm meant to be at this video shoot, bro. This is roll deep. I want to make history. I want to be there. Nah, you was naughty in school today. Nah, forget it. So I was always like hidden from it. Everyone says, why don't you know? I was hidden. Fully. Anything I am now is because I've pushed through a door. So then we've gone to Liverpool and then we made Lesson, which is a song we got together on Watch and Learn. I think we made that in London, but it was up and down. That's what I'm saying. It was up and down.
So the song that came around with Gigs, that was like 2000 and... Was that 17?
Like 3 tapes later, 2 tapes later, yeah.
But was that not with the assistance of your brother, or was that off the back of just your hard work?
No one will believe me, but no. It wasn't from the assistance of my brother. It generally wasn't. Like... This is why I'm trying to get the whole story, because from Watch and Learn, everyone's now seeing I'm working with my brother. So people that don't know we're brothers are like, wow, that's Wiley's brother. He's got a song where da. So I'm making the most of that energy and just like, all right, cool. Now I'm spitting in sets. I'm already spitting in sets, but I'm going to sets. Like I want to be at sets and I'm going to sets. I'm going on every set. And then Villain says to me, you should clash. That's how it all, bruv. That's how me and Novelist start, you know. All Villain said, how do you end up clashing novelists? Villain said to me, you should clash. That's all it was. Villain said, you should clash, bro. And he organised it. Because these times, JK and Depsman and all these man ain't really about, like, but Villain's got family in Birmingham, so he's going Birmingham a lot. So he's liaisoning with man. And then even then, like, I was meant to clash someone else. And then when that fell through, I was like, you know what? I don't even want to clash. They've got novelist. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it. Not because I'm scared, but because I'm like, bruv, it's just pointless. Like, I'm going to clash this guy. We didn't get paid for it either. So in my head, I'm like, I'm not getting paid. Like, what am I doing? And then one day it all happened. Like, bruv, the way it happened was so natural that I said, I'm going to this clash. My niece's birthday was in China Whites. If anyone knows where China Whites is, that's a big club. It was her 9th birthday. We rented the club out for her 9th birthday. You ain't getting a club in the middle of central London like that for your 9th birthday. We've gone there in a limo, whatever. But where China Whites is, Kiss is right there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Logan was just about to leave. I think he must have still been there because his cameraman was Aaron Hansen, which was Nov's manager at the time. So he's come out of, I'm outside smoking in China Whites. He's come out of Kiss. But there's only speculation me and Nov's going to clash. But it's my brother's here now. So now the guys from who's the boss have come down to link me to talk about clashing. And miraculously, novelist managers come out of across the way from there. So then they've made a big promo video. It's all set in stone now. Like, it's set in stone now. Like, even if I was decided I didn't want to go, I had to go. So then, prepare myself. Like, all these little things. Like, everyone thinks that I'm getting, like, consistent, like, everyday coaching from my brother. This is all me, bro. Like, organising the clash, going to the clash. Everything's all me, bro. Like, we've got a cab there from Teviot. Me, Pops, Grime, Creeps, Pablo. I think that was just the 5 of us. But we've gone there. That was all us, bro. That weren't ask them if my brother gave them anything towards that. What it was we loved this shit.
Yeah, no, true, man. It's just,
that's what it was.
I think
we
people
loved
need
this
to.
shit.
They need to. That's the thing is, I'm sure people sit down and they assume all of these things about you. I'm sure they assume that you're getting these plugins or your brother's doing this, and your brother's doing that. But
don't get me wrong, I get shit.
Yeah,
but
no,
not
of course,
anything
but not
anything do you think, not what you think. Like,
and obviously,
I'm making it happen.
And obviously, you've gone and you had your clash with novelists. Of course, you went on after that. I've seen you do sets and stuff and whatnot. But then, how did you fall into the hotlines and having to get into the situation with Stormzy? How did that come around? Because, of course,
do you know it's funny that these lot are warring? Do you know it's funny? Do you know what? When I sit and think about it, it's funny these lot are warring. Because you just asked me that question, and in my head, all I could think about in my head was Chipmunk's face. Because that's the reason why. Chipmunk was beefing Tiny Temper, yeah? And then he said, anyone wants it, I'll have it. And I said, yeah? Anyone, yeah? Are you sure anyone? Like, is there no exemptions? Because I would happily... I'm happy for you to... I'll give you 2 weeks to make me an exemption because I know right about now I'm at war. I've just clashed novelists. No one in my age group's doing that. In between that, I ain't dropped no project. Like, in my head, I'm just thinking... Like, this is where I was making my mistakes. Up until Hotline.
But you felt like you could have...
From clashing novelists till Hotline, I never really done much. I just was riding the wave that I clashed novelists and the whole country was in Grime loved, man. And I would just go to people's sets, turn up to people's shows, turn up there and just ride the wave, spit my little 16, whatever, ride the wave. I could have dropped an album the whole time. I didn't. And then, like... But part of the reason why is because I was under 18 as well. Because when I got to, like, studying about how to drop here, a lot of it involved... you being an adult and you having your own... Like, I was 15. Like, how do I drop? I've just dropped Watch and Learn and 1446. I'm like, how do I drop? But for the next 3 years, I'm learning college and shit. Like,
how did Chip influence your decision to go?
No, he did 100% because he said, anyone wants it, you can have it. Listen back to Hotline was the first person I sent for in that whole song. Chipmunk, first person for anyone.
But then. Do you feel like, for example, like that you deserved a reply from him, or you expected him not to reply to you?
Put it this way: if you said to me what I said to him and it was true, I wouldn't reply either. That's what I'm saying. If you turn around and said, "Oh, you're giving away you think Cadell's living, but you're wrong. In Farming for Dead, he's giving away dons." If you're saying to me in Farming for Dead on me, saying I'm an informer, yeah, in Farming for Dead, and I actually am. I ain't gonna reply to you either. I'm just gonna lyrically stab everyone like I say in the song. But obviously there was something to it because when they was beefing, the Thatch guy, Stormzy's boy, come out and said exactly the same thing. Oh yeah, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this. I ain't got nothing against Chipmunk personally, and I don't think he should with me. But you try to get Larry and say anyone, so I was the anyone, innit? And then in between all that, Stormzy's like, at the time, like every 2 minutes, like bear in mind, I'm telling you, like I'm not using my brother for nothing. We got one song in my whole 18 years up to now, up to then. I mean, up to that 18 years when I done Hotline, we had one song together. Not because I didn't want one, not because he didn't want one, but because I didn't want to use him. So when I kept seeing kids 24/7 using him, calling him brother, and not even doing brother shit, I'm thinking, who the F are you? And at that time, Stormzy's copying the BMO freestyle and getting bare views off it. He's copying my brother's whole freestyle completely and then getting views off it. I'm thinking, what kind of... So he just ended up in the firing line. He's probably the most least important at the time of Hotline, in Hotline. The least important. Because Jammer was someone, Chip was someone, everyone knew everyone but him. Mez, everyone. And then he used that to the best of his ability. That's what he done.
And obviously, did you feel like then, of course, because as you can see, like right now, you're not really seeing Stormzy reply back to Chip. So, but do you feel like in your situation, because of course you've both, in fact, the three of you, between you, your brother, Chip, you've all had the same person that you fired at. Of course, he's replied to your brother, but do you feel like do
you know what it is, Marco? I fired first. I don't care what my brother Chip or Stormzy or anyone does. I don't care if 4 years after Hotline,
I think
they send for each other. I don't care about that.
I think obviously, if I'm gonna look at everyone's diss to, if I think everyone's diss to Stormzy, World War III, 110% for me is hands down the favorite and the best, only because it's like
it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
It's real. Like I felt like your brother's situation with
I'm
Stormzy
I'm the only person in the Grime scene that's never begged for Stormzy ever. Yeah. I can happily say that. It's people from our ends right now. Oh, Stormzy's great. Yeah, I know.
Still feel the same,
I know, mate.
Do you still feel the same way towards him, or do you just feel like it is what
Put
it
it
is?
this way, I ain't starstruck. I'm not saying you're my number one, I want to kill you, but I am not starstruck. You know how you walk around everywhere and everyone's like, oh, Stormzy. I ain't him. I'm never gonna be him. You're never gonna. You could grow another 7 foot, and I still wouldn't give a shit. I ain't scared of no one, and I don't think you're a good MC. That's what I start. The first thing I said is he ain't better than me.
Yeah,
the last thing I will say is he ain't better than me.
Yeah, and I remember that.
Simple.
And obviously, with that said, at the same time, it's like I felt like the situation between him and your brother was just
4 years late.
Yeah, not even 4 years late. It's more of like they were just toying around. I think it helped both their situations. It helped them both, to be honest. That scenario, public wise.
I don't know.
It helped them both.
I don't know.
Because even though your brother actually didn't need it.
I don't know.
But it helped them both because...
I don't know.
It helped them both, you got to be honest. Because at the same time, now Stormzy looks like, obviously, he's at least got a little something.
All right, cool. Let me explain something to you, yeah? You can say it helped them both. Yeah?
It helped them both.
But...
They both didn't need to be doing that, but it wasn't like a bad... It wasn't bad publicity. But it was calm. It was good.
If you look at it deep, yeah? If you really, really look at it deep, yeah? Like... Let me explain the timeline. See, I explained Hotline just now.
Yeah.
Chipmunk was beefing Tiny Temper. Then I decided to say something to Stormzy. Now Stormzy's saying something to me. In between that, Mez is saying something to me. Now I'm saying something to Stormzy and Mez.
I remember Stormzy had a tweet where he said that he's not your enemy.
No, wait. Let me tell you the timeline. Wait. Look deep this. Chip, Tiny. Yeah? Chip versus Tiny. Cadell versus Chip and the rest of the scene. Yeah? Now miraculously, Stormzy versus Cadell. Now miraculously, not miraculously, Mez is allowed to defend himself. Mez started off sending for me. He didn't even remember the send he done for me, yeah? That was the reason why he even got mentioned in Hotline. Now I've sent for Mez. Now miraculously, Chipmunk, Mez and Stormzy are all the best of friends. Does everyone forget that? I was making people like each other, bro. Like real talk, like a youth club. Like I really had people that didn't know each other from a can of paint. They had about thousands of miles distance between each other, but because Cadell was going so hard, yeah, man, me and you are gonna do a tune, then me and you are gonna do a tune.
Because I think the
Brother,
song
it was
that
all
him
that.
and Chip made kind of had a little dig at you. I think
Hear this was a dig.
Yeah,
You've been saying my name for the last 12 months. No, I ain't. No, I ain't. But it sounds good.
And obviously, so and then right now going forward, we won't touch on this too long. Do you think that Stormzy should reply?
Do I think Stormzy can reply though?
Should.
No, but that's what I'm asking
I think
you.
he can reply. Let's be honest.
I don't know.
Let's
bro.
be honest. Let's be honest.
No,
He
but
can
you lot's
reply.
version of reply and my version of reply is two
No.
different things.
Yeah, fair enough.
Reply, you have to understand. See, when Stormzy's doing Disappointed, everyone spoke about that for a week. Yeah? Like a week. World War III is still living rent free in Stormzy's head today. Disappointed and Shut Up and all these things still live rent free in my head today. Bugsy Malone still lives rent free in Chipmunk's head today, to the point he's got a song of it. Like this thing, like see, when I'm sending for you, I ain't sending for you and making everyone happy.
Yeah.
If
it's just
everyone
for you-
says
it's
they don't
personal,
like it, I'm gonna make sure you can't sleep. As long as you can't sleep, I don't give a monkeys. If everyone says, Cadell, you're done out here. As long as you can't sleep.
Nah, I feel
and I
you.
don't think he's got that in him. He can't make people not sleep. Because I was sleeping well. If anything, he dropped so disappointed while I was in the studio making World War III. So while I'm about to reply to you, I'm living in your rent-frees, living so rent-free in your head, you're talking about me again in another song. You got another song now, before I can even spit, like,
No, fair enough.
You know what I mean? As long as I can make you not sleep, I don't care. That's what war is. Because everyone to see what everyone's become so opinionated because of, remember I've told you about Bebo, this place, that place, this, but you lot never had no opinions back then. MySpace, Bebo, MSN, all them times when it was going off, you never had no opinions. If you did, it was with your mates. You could never jump on my profile and tell me I think this. So why the hell am I going to care now that you can? Because you never really changed. Now, if anything, everyone's gone soft for even caring what fans think.
Yeah, no. I mean, forget what
That's
the
what I'm
fan.
saying
I
to you.
think
Can he reply? Can he There's a difference between replying and entertaining the fans. Can he make Chipmunk go to sleep a bit later than usual? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No, I'm sorry. That's me.
no, but
personally.
then of course, like, because the situations till now still seems like it's more than what it looks like, and obviously we can't, or I definitely can't speak on it too because I don't really know. But it looks like it's a behind the scenes type of situation,
Bruv,
and obviously
you
with
know
that,
why? Because Stormzy thrives off that. He wants to make you think, yeah, that the people that he's got a problem with have done so much shit. He has to see them in a real life encounter. My nigga, just accept you can't rap. Just say, do you know what? I can't rap
of
for
course,
you.
but you can't
I
say
can't rap
you
with
can't say that he can't rap.
Bro,
Because clearly he can
bro.
rap.
All right, cool. All right,
Maybe
wrong
maybe
words, wrong
maybe,
choice of words.
Yeah.
You can't rap with me.
Look, no. But
Just
then-
accept you can't rap with me, because why are you saying in a tune with Gets?
'Cause
I love a real life encounter, trying to insinuate you're gonna have a real life encounter with Chipmunk and do something to Chipmunk. Brother, Chipmunk ain't no one to, like, if you beat up Chipmunk, so what? Chipmunk's still a better spitter than you. So then you know what you're just showing? You can't spit with him. But I'm from Grime, I'm not from drill. I don't care about all this.
I think
he's got numbers.
This
he never had numbers.
It's a bit too bitter. It's a bit too bitter at this point. It's like he's definitely, like, by the first diss, he was never going to reply in the first place. But
Yeah,
I don't
but-
think that you can say that he couldn't.
But hear this, Marco. When he does reply, because you're saying, will he reply?
I don't think he will, and I don't think he should.
No, but if
There's
he
nothing-
does, you will be talking about it.
My mother's, even if he does reply, like, I'm only talking about it with you. Like, I don't
Bro,
really. This is not a topic of discussion.
Not you,
with,
but the general people, the general consensus.
110%
It's
will
going to
definitely
be a
speak.
talking
Yeah,
point.
it's going to go on the
Do you
blogs.
get what I'm
but
trying to say?
Like, obviously, Chip's got his album coming out right now, so it's just all makes sense to be doing the clickbait thing. It makes sense to be
But that's
cashing
what
right
Stormzy
now.
done.
But
Stormzy done on the Heady One tune. He said, "Heavy as a head at nah." So go buy that, brother. The album was at a good.
No, but that's a
good hot
sing.
minute.
But, yeah, but that's
He said it in a diss track. He done a diss track for my brother. Yeah. Disappointed on Heady One's No Better song.
but I
yeah?
wouldn't-
Bearing in mind, No Better is about some real street shit. They're saying, yeah, man got moved to in the uni and something got taped up the day later.
Yeah.
This guy took that tune and turned it into a joke. Yeah, because
but
why
I
the hell
personally
would you
wouldn't
do
think that Stormzy would need to have a stunt like in a diss. He's got
done
a good
it.
enough.
You're telling me what he needs. I'm telling you what he done. You're
But
telling
it
me what
wasn't
he
for that
needs.
purpose, though. You don't
It
think?
was for. Alright, so explain this. I've got beef with you, yeah. I've got a problem with you. I'm doing a diss track for you, yeah.
Yeah.
I might be the biggest thing going since sliced bread. God, Jesus Christ included, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I say my album, come buy my album during that, I'm using you, bro. Whether you like it or not. How many times have you been used and people try to say to you, "Oh, you ain't big enough to be used"? and you know you're big.
I hear your point.
You know
I hear
you're
your
living
point.
rent free in their head every day
I
more
hear
than
your
they'll
point.
ever will. Like I'm not starstruck, bro. Like I'm not starstruck. I've outlived all from like 2004 till now.
No, I hear
I've
your
seen
point.
it all.
It's like
you can't.
It's only because
starstruck me.
Stormzy's spoken about, regardless of what he does, whether it's music, anything. He's a topic of discussion, regardless of what he's doing. Chip is majority only a topic of discussion if there's some sort of drama going on, some sort of beef. Without no beef, we're not really going to be speaking about the person.
Yeah,
and I think
but-
that possibly right now, for example, 3 disses in, I feel like just bruv, do your thing, fam.
Explain this to me, yeah.
Go on.
You know me, yeah. You
Yeah.
know me, yeah.
It's
Long
like
time.
it's like if you right now still started this in Stormzy
No,
and
but
you got
hear
an album
this.
coming out.
Hear this. You know me a long time, right?
Yeah.
You know it's not hard to find out where I live, innit?
Yeah.
Why the hell would you go to Chipmunk's house if you don't need this?
That's the part that I
I'm
told
so
that's,
big.
that's,
I don't
that's
need
the part
this.
that I told you
Bruv,
that
you're
that's
not
the
big.
behind. I can't answer
Internally,
that.
you're not big.
I can't answer that.
Externally, and to Harry from Buckinghamshire and to everyone else, you're big. But when it comes to the human form
Would you?
and
Would
one
you?
of these,
Would you right
yeah,
now?
You ain't big.
But would you right now? You right now? Who's got you got an album coming out soon?
Yeah.
Would you right now write a diss for Stormzy?
If Stormzy sends for me,
No,
I
that's
ain't
no.
replying.
If you right now would go out your way to write a diss for him, you wouldn't.
If I do, so what is the question?
Okay, yeah, that's also true.
That's
But-
the honest truth.
Yeah, no.
Who? If
Because
you,
it's-
no, but this is my point. If I do that, who is
You
anyone to tell
haven't
me
replied.
anything?
You did what? You did what? You did 3. You did.
I done
2,
3 hotlines
you did
and I only
3
mentioned
hotlines,
him in
but
2.
in 2 reality. The third hotline wasn't really, but
The second one weren't really. The third one was
The
him.
second one was.
The
The second one
The
was.
third one was him.
the first one was
The third
first
one was him. Yeah, like, but that's my point. If I do, so what is my question? Who is everyone to say what? Who needs what?
That's
Why
also
is
true.
everyone who works 9 to 5s never been High Street Kensington in their life? Yeah, never sat and spoke to Warner, Sony, or Universal.
No, facts.
Got so much opinion on what this guy needs to do and what he don't need to do because he entertains you. That's it. Because he never gets to me when he does these little things. He never gets to me. He just entertains the people. That's it.
And going
You never
forward,
get
of
to me.
course, I had like a few of your peoples DM me.
Yeah.
The common question was, when is the release of Angry Kid?
That release of Angry Kid's going to be on my daughter's birthday.
Of course.
God willing.
God willing.
Because distributors are dickheads. I'll take February 25th and then they'll bring it out 27th. But February 25th right now.
So the time looking at February 25th. And if it doesn't, possibly maybe the next month.
No, be the day after. Be a
alright,
day
cool.
late or something funny like that.
And how you finding the family life? You're 23. You're
I
not
don't
as you're
find
not
it
as
as
hot.
family life
You're not,
yet.
you're
I
not
ain't
as
bought a yacht.
hot-headed.
Like, you know, like, until you buy a house and that, bro, you're
Yeah.
like, you're not there, bro. Like, you ain't there.
All right,
bro.
how you finding fatherhood?
How am I finding
Like,
fatherhood?
has it changed you as a person?
Not really, because
You
I've
don't have a
always
different
been like
drive?
that. I've always been like that. Like with my, like I've always been like that. From my brother's first kid, I've been like that. Like I've always been like
didn't
this person. Like when it comes to the kids, I've always thought of. If anything, it's made me do 6-month sprees away from my family. And when I was younger, I used to think, why is my brother not around? Why is my brother not around? But remember, since I was 9, he's had a kid. Yeah. So realistically, this feeling I have now, where I just want to be
Do
away
people
and
actually
in
know
the
that, by the way?
studio.
Are you just releasing information? Did people know that? I did not know that.
He's got children, bro.
I did not know that.
He's got
Like,
children.
I thought
Man,
he
I've
was...
got-
The way he behaves, I thought he was
But
solo
he's got a song
dolo.
called Daddy's Little Girl about his daughter.
Yeah, nah, then fair enough. Yeah, cool.
That's what
Just
I'm
making
saying.
sure,
right?
just making sure.
But since then, I'm not saying I was changing her nappies every day or everything, but since then, my mind's always been like, raw, like, you're not a kid no more, kiddo.
That's amazing, man.
So I've just never not been a kid. I've never been a kid, really.
And like, what can we expect from Angry Kid? Musically.
I can't really say to it because I don't know what everyone's expectations, like, I don't know.
I think the last time you dropped wasn't it 2017 or 2018? Project wise.
19.
19. Watching Land 2 was
Watching
19.
2 was 19.
I felt like it was 18.
It was 19. But I don't know what to expect because like when I dropped London, I didn't know Create a Career was going to be the hit song. So
That's
I'm going to
also-
sit here and say, oh, I like this and this is that. And then they ain't even going to be that.
Yeah, the people take a whole
Yeah,
different...
man, I learned that the hard way. Bruv, what do you know about a song, yeah, that you don't like?
And then everyone's fucking with it.
Oh, my days. A song that you don't like and everyone's fucking with it more than anything makes you think, bruv, are you even good? Is your ear even good?
Nah, I
Can
feel
you
you.
even listen to 10 of your own songs and pick the hit?
That must
Right.
be difficult, man. I can't relate as of yet.
That's a lot. That's a lot. $1 million in a month. Now.
And a fun fact, I've been waiting to say this fun fact all day because I kind of dug deep in the internet trying to find this one. So in 2018, do you know what I'm about to say?
No, what happened in 2018? I was
in 2018,
yeah.
Of course, I think possibly by now there have been other songs made, but in 2018, you were officially the first UK Grime MC to go shoulder to shoulder with a Chinese MC, and you guys made a Grime record.
Oh yeah,
The song called Too Much with the guy called After Journey.
yeah. I flew some birds off that record. Still,
Yeah, you definitely must have loaded because I'm
some
not gonna lie.
birds.
Like when I saw that video, like I was thinking to myself, yo, this is big. Why is this not spoken about?
because I just wanted to fly the birds, bro. I didn't.
Yeah,
want to
no.
stunt.
What was? How did that even come around? Like who reached out to who?
They reached out to me.
Oh, it was his team.
Yeah.
Because I've said that man have got like a whole culture going on over there,
Yeah,
innit?
they got it going on. He's got it going on still. He's got it going on. I'm not gonna lie. We was in Chinatown and there was people running up to him on some gang shit, like wanting pictures, all that shit.
Yeah.
On some
After Journey,
gang
shout out
shit.
After Journey, man. He's got
Bro,
to big up
yeah,
yourself,
man.
bro. To be where you are, for Grime to reach all the way there. Everyone's doing something
Yeah,
good.
he told
man.
me when I'm out there to shout him as well, but I just don't know. I love this country so much. I will never leave, brother. I'll leave eventually.
I think it's only right if he came over here to come and record. I think it's only right at some point you hit over there and you go and show some love too, man.
When's the last time I flew? I went to Germany like 2 years ago for like a week. But other than I don't like flight. Like I like this country. I like the counties. I like the counties. I'd rather go Cheshire for 2 weeks or Devon for 2 weeks than go to out the country. I swear done.
You come. You know what? In a few years, you're gonna see.
I don't
in a
care.
few
Dubai,
years,
US,
nah,
all that. I don't care about all that.
Yeah,
but
nah.
I don't care about all that because I know these people.
But you're
Like, I
making
know
music.
these
You're gonna
people.
have to explore at some point.
I know, but you don't understand, bro. Like these people, yeah, in the countryside, yeah, they are our people, bruv. We are in London. See, in the hood, how many people do you know in the hood has even been to Devon?
Yeah, not many.
In our hood, forget the hood, forget London as the hood. Our hood,
But to be honest, they actually no.
on good behaviour.
Yeah, I was
Yeah?
literally gonna
Just
say,
to relax,
just
no nothing. Just spent some money, went and made friends over there. No
yeah,
one,
no,
bro.
the country over here is
No one.
It's not too
we
bad.
We don't move around, but we can find our asses in Heathrow and Luton and Gatwick, though.
That's true.
Yeah, it's done. It's done.
I mean, do you wanna? No, sorry to cut you off. Go on.
Go on. No, go on.
No, I was gonna say, man. Do you have any words you wanna give out to your followers on what's coming next from you?
Keep supporting. I ain't stopping, and stop expecting things from me. Like if I send for someone, I'll send for them. If I decide I don't want to, I don't. But stop expecting. Like stop talking about what you feel like people need and don't need as well. Because none of you. Like if you don't rap, don't talk. Basically.
Period.
And that's for the labels, that's for everyone. If you don't rap, don't talk. If you cannot make 16 bars yourself, I don't want to hear your opinion on the music industry no more.
That's
Sorry.
it. That's final. That's how we're cutting, man.
Real
Reasons 2 podcast. You know the vibe. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, like, and all them things there, man. People always telling me, why you never say that? But you know what? Bless up, man.
Bless.